Goodbye to the most famous gay love story on American television. The relationship between Mitchell and Cameron in Modern Family has been watched by millions of people every week for the past 11 years. The success of this series has contributed significantly to the LGBT movement in the U.S. Jesse Tyler Ferguson, as Mitchell, and Eric Stonestreet, as Cameron. In September 2009, the sitcom Modern Family debuted on ABC. The first episode reached 12.6 million viewers. And after only a few episodes, Entertainment Weekly commented that this is the funniest sitcom on television today. The New York Times said that Modern Family is the perfect replacement for Arrested Development, the best family sitcom that ended in 2006. Modern Family revolves around the extended family of Jay Pritchett, played by Ed O'Neill, a wealthy businessman who has just remarried his beautiful young wife Gloria, played by Sofia Vergara. His 2 children with his ex-wife are both married or living with their partners. Mitchell, played by Jesse Tyler Ferguson, is gay and has been dating his boyfriend Cameron for many years. They adopted a Vietnamese girl named Lily. Jesse Tyler Ferguson is also gay in real life. Each episode is about 25 minutes long and addresses each issue that occurs in the daily life of the Pritchett family. Besides bringing laughter, Modern Family also vividly depicts many hot issues of American society such as racism, same-sex marriage, bullying in schools, higher education. Every week, the audience will be entertained by unique humorous situations that are skillfully juggled, but at the same time, many profound lessons are learned. Modern Family is an American sitcom created by Christopher Lloyd and Stephen Levitan, airing from 2009 to 2020, with a total of 11 seasons and 250 episodes. The film is made in the mockumentary style, that is, simulating a documentary program, with cameras observing families, and the characters sometimes talking directly to the camera/interviewing to tell their feelings and thoughts. The core of the film revolves around families that are connected to each other through Jay Pritchett, the elderly father, and his children, daughters-in-law, sons-in-law, grandchildren. These families represent many types of modern families: multi-generational families, adoptive families, families with same-sex parents, marriage after divorce, thereby reflecting the challenges, joys, and conflicts of everyday life. Key characters. Before going into the plot, I will quickly introduce the main characters. Jay Pritchett, an elderly grandfather/father, with a somewhat tough, practical, somewhat conservative personality, but with a warm heart, willing to change. Gloria Delgado Pritchett, Jay's much younger wife, immigrant from Colombia, warm, passionate, sometimes impulsive, very caring for her family and children. Her son is Manny, from a previous marriage, and Jay and Gloria later have a son together, Joe. Claire Dunphy, Jay's eldest daughter, from his previous marriage. Claire is the mother of 3 children, initially a housewife, then gradually returned to work in her father's business Pritchett's Closets and Blinds. Claire is a perfectionist, anxious, proper, wants everything to be just right. Phil Dunphy, Claire's husband, a real estate broker, likes to think of himself as a cool dad, fun, humorous, sometimes silly, always trying to do a good job as a father. Claire and Phil's children: Haley, oldest, free-spirited, social, sometimes thoughtless, gradually matures over the series; Alex, middle child, smart, good at studying, introverted; Luke, young, mischievous, funny, a bit silly compared to his sisters. Mitchell Pritchett, Jay's son, is a lawyer, serious, disciplined, wants everything to be right, sometimes tense. Cameron Cam Tucker, Mitchell's partner/husband. Cam is emotional, artistic, passionate, often the heart of many things, sometimes funny to the point of showing off. They adopted a child named Lily, when Lily was young, sometimes facing challenges, raising children, work, family relationships. New member, Mitchell and Cam adopted Lily, a Vietnamese girl. Jay just married Gloria. This marriage brings many humorous situations because of the difference in culture, age, and perspective of Jay compared to Gloria. Gloria's stepchild is Manny, thereby bringing many conflicts, but also beautiful feelings between stepfather and stepchild. In the Dunphy household, Claire and Phil experience raising 3 children with 3 different personalities. Haley is a teenager who has many conflicts with her parents. Alex is a good student. Luke is a mischievous child. Many episodes explore the conflict between responsibility, love, and parental expectations. Through the first season, the audience is introduced to a style that is a mix of comedy and emotion, small moments in family life that viewers can easily relate to. Claire moves from being a housewife/caregiver to working in her father's business, Pritchett's business. This puts her in a situation where she has to balance work and family, while also having to maintain herself and show more assertiveness. He is usually a light-hearted, humorous character who brings laughter, but the show does not only use Phil as a comic relief character. There are episodes that highlight Phil's emotions, worrying about his children, being expected by his parents/husband/sister/husband, worrying that he is not good enough. This character develops from carefree, thoughtless to a more responsible father. Haley goes through the process of being thoughtless, dependent on her boyfriend, to growing up, learning, then getting married and having children, later twins, with Dylan. Alex plays the role of an intellectual, always feeling different, sometimes pressured by expectations, too smart, wanting to be recognized outside of school, developing friendships, studying, discovering himself. Luke often brings laughter but also shows innocence, uncertainty, learning to be more responsible and independent. Jay and Gloria, their relationship initially has many differences in culture, child rearing, family values. Jay must learn to understand Gloria, accept Gloria's past and her stepchild. Gloria also adapts to her new family, being a young wife, mother, and daughter-in-law. They also have a child together, Joe. Differences in parenting, work, love, and responsibility. Culture and immigration, through Gloria, Manny, and sometimes Lily, who immigrated from Asia. The film reflects cultural differences, language, prejudice, and how the family maintains its roots while integrating into American society. LGBT society. Mitchell and Cam are a gay couple, raising a foster child, facing minor discrimination, legal issues, family, and sometimes prejudice. Same-sex marriage is an important development in the film. Parenting and adolescence, conflicting situations. Parents want their children to follow the path they think is best, children want to be independent, the difficulties of adolescence, love, school, friendships, first love. Work and career. Some characters, Claire, Cam etc., have career opportunities, have to balance work with family. There are challenges, failures, successes. For example, Cam is a football coach, Mitchell is a lawyer, Claire is a business leader. Marriage and relationships. Phil and Claire. There are conflicts, misunderstandings, joys. Jay and Gloria, Mitchell and Cam. Communication, forgiveness, support are key. Changes over time. Children grow up, leave home, have their own lives, parents get older, events like weddings, births, job changes, grandchildren grow up, loss. There are episodes of parents, grandparents getting older, health, etc. Characters move or change careers. Cam becomes a football coach, Claire goes into business, Phil tries his hand at real estate, Jay gradually realizes the importance of family over work. Series finale. Each character is at a major turning point. Phil and Claire face their kids growing up and starting their own lives. Mitchell and Cam are moving on with their new jobs. Jay and Gloria are preparing to spend the summer in South America while Gloria returns to her homeland. There are also many scenes of reflection and summarizing family relationships. In the finale, there is a clear presence of transition. The Dunphy kids are grown, about to have children or have left home. Claire and Phil face an empty house. Mitchell and Cam are also considering a new life. Jay and Gloria are also re-examining the values of family, tradition, homeland. The overall message of the show is not just comedy, but about the resistance to change. The family does not try to stop. People grow up, die, come together, separate, and then come back. The importance of family love, kinship despite differences, despite difficulties. Family is a place you can always return to. Acceptance, accepting yourself, accepting others, differences in gender, age, culture, views. Jay learns to accept his gay son, Phil learns to understand his children, couples overcome difficulties, etc. Humor and humanity. The film uses laughter to soften serious topics, but without losing authenticity, a sense of closeness. Review and meaning. Modern Family is highly appreciated, both critically and popularly. It won many Emmy Awards. The film is considered a turning point in the view of Modern Family, not just traditional family, but accepting different types of family in modern society. The show's success lies in how it manages to showcase diversity while still maintaining a solid, distinct, yet related, and not superficial, personality. Mitchell and Cameron have different personalities but always give in to each other. Sometimes, they hide their feelings too much, leading to many funny and sad situations. Mitchell and Cameron, in particular, are considered a surprise because ABC is known for being friendly to female audiences, and LGBT relationships have never been the focus of any sitcom. Mitchell and Cameron are also not the handsome gay men that are often portrayed on TV. Instead, they have normal appearances, and Cameron is even overweight. According to GLOD, in 2009, LGBT characters made up only 3% of the total characters in primetime programming. The first 5 seasons of Modern Family have consecutively won the prestigious Emmy Award for Outstanding Comedy Series. Eric Stonestreet as Cameron has also been honored twice for Outstanding Supporting Actor in a Comedy Series. The resounding success of Modern Family has helped Mitchell and Cameron become the most well-known and beloved gay couple. Through that, it has contributed to raising the presence of the LGBT community in the media as well as normalizing the image of this group in the public eye. The most attractive point of Mitchell and Cameron lies in the care and affection they have for each other through the smallest details. Together, they solve all the problems that may arise in their life as a couple. For example, how to raise children, allow relatives to live together, organize a suitable wedding party. This is the first time the audience has had the opportunity to witness the married life of a gay couple. Interestingly, many of Mitchell and Cameron's stories were written by writers from the LGBT community. Mitchell was initially not completely accepted by his father. Jay was a typically masculine man. He was uncomfortable with his son's homosexuality and different lifestyle. The issues between them were resolved episode by episode and continued into the final season. At one point, Jay and Cameron's father had a heated argument because he did not want his son to play the woman in the relationship. In 2013, same-sex marriage was legalized in California. The writers devoted the last 2 episodes of Season 3 to Mitchell and Cameron's wedding. More than 10 million Americans watched the 2 men exchange wedding rings in their living rooms. The event was featured on the front page of many newspapers. That same day, Gallup conducted a survey and showed that the percentage of Americans supporting same-sex marriage had reached a record high. 2 years later, the U.S. Supreme Court officially legalized same-sex marriage on a federal scale. Helena Lamb Weber, one of the directors of Modern Family, said, "I am the granddaughter of a Baptist minister. I am gay and that is not accepted where I live. However, being on Modern Family has improved the relationship between me and my family. It is not only famous, it has captured the hearts of the audience. My relatives have changed their views after watching the show. They see themselves in the characters and discuss it at church." Progress can't be attributed to any one show, but Modern Family came on the air when it was most needed. It became part of a cultural shift that led to some of the real-world victories we've seen, said Megan Townsend, GLOD's entertainment officer. The series has attracted millions of viewers every week for 11 years and allowed audiences, especially those still loyal to traditional television, to get to know and eventually fall in love with a gay couple through their ups and downs and challenges. Mitchell and Cameron's adoption of a Vietnamese girl also paved the way for series like The Fosters and The New Normal, and helped make LGBT family models more accessible to audiences. Modern Family just ended its 250th episode, a record for the sitcom genre, on April 8. In the final episode, Mitchell moved to Cameron's home state of Missouri. Before parting ways, Jay hugged the couple and said, "Both of my boys are leaving." It was the sweetest thing Jay had ever said to Cameron, and it showed that family love triumphed over all odds. It's hard to quantify the impact of Modern Family, but its popularity and longevity dovetail with the rise of LGBT representation on television over the past decade. According to GLAAD, there are now 90 primetime shows with LGBT main characters. Representation matters, says Megan Townsend. What we see on screen can change our perspective through education, sharing stories, seeing ourselves in movies and being inspired by them.